Welcome our nurses and our doctors. Also welcome to our girl police. As you can see, our safety is here and been doing a marvelous job like that. Presenting right now is our Vice President, Associate Vice President for Enrollment Services, Mr. Moses here. He's closely followed by the banner bearers of our Vice President, Mr. Moses here, the Associate Vice President for Enrollment Services. After that, is the president of the University of Liberia, Professor Dr. Ophelia Annes Weeks. Okay, to put them at the retire, I'd like to announce again the arrival of our Associate Vice President for
Turn it around. You're attention. Hey! Turn it around, facing this side. Rick.
Welcome, Mr. Mayor.
You go on the website. Yeah, the work you can off.
Welcome to our Grand Master. As we speak, she's performing her program attentively as she brings her girl in Black Liberia. We welcome our banner bearers carrying the banner of our Vice President. Right behind that banner is a man who is waiting to introduction to this college. He's the dean of this college, and he's Dr. Singh. Ryan Dr. Singh in the blue Liberia is our Vice President for Academic Affairs. He's Dr. Allen. Next to Dr. Allen is our acting Vice President for Media Affairs, Councilor Clara Finney. Next day we have our Vice President for Administration, Professor Next to Professor Bailey is our Vice President for Finance and Fiscal Affairs, VP François Jackson. And we have our own Vice President for New Education, Secretary Vice. Entering now into the podium is our Vice President Emeritus, Emeritus His name is Dr. Emma Jones. As our faculty member, I'm sure everyone of us and the blue president of the University of Liberia,
Vijay, even you may have done a video. Oh my, the man, stop it, what they doing? You go on YouTube, they doing this type of video. Yeah, no, I wish I put this kid in. Hang on, buddy. You taking US? You taking US? Yeah, alright. Look at Loya, look at me. You look at I got right there, he's spreading me. Oh, I don't want to. It's on cash me. When I'm here, president, working now.
Let the word of affirmation to give us the invocation. Yeah. Shall we all rise?
Yeah.
These are the words of Jesus the Christ. He said, a seed of corn is able to fall to the ground and die, it remains the same. But if it falls and dies, it produces much fruit. Today we are here to celebrate many seeds that fell to the ground, and today we see the fruit. Let us pray. Our Father and our God, our help in ages past and our hope for the future. Lord, this is the day that you have made, and we are here to celebrate and rejoice. Father God, we will celebrate because as we celebrate, these seeds were willing and able to fall to the ground. And after many months and years of hard work from the staff, today we all can celebrate. So Lord, we give you the glory. We give you the honor because today signifies celebration, knowledge over ignorance. Today, Lord, we celebrate knowledge over poverty. We thank you, Lord. We give you the glory. We invite your presence as we continue these activities. We thank you, Lord, in Jesus' name. Thank you very much, Reverend Vanny Freeman, for the inspiring prayer. I am Wamako Tower III and the MC for these ceremonies. Please rise while the university chorus leads us in the singing of the Lone Star Forever. seated. Thank you very much for your prayers for that beautiful delivery of the Lone Star Forever. At this time, please turn off all cell phones and other sound generating electronic devices that you may have with you. Thank you. I will now introduce several very important guests who are with us here on the platform this morning. People who are good friends of the college and its students. Please go all applause of honor have been introduced. The keynote speaker, Honorable Professor D. Ansusoni, Minister of Education. For all applied years of instruction, honorable government officials, national, international partners, members of the Board of Trustees, the President of the University of Liberia, the 13th President of the University of Liberia, university administrators and faculty, alumni associates of the university. So you can clap.
I have the pleasure of convocation of the Senior Technical of the University of Liberia and for the graduating class of 2018. David A. Strauss Senior Technical Vocational College is the 7th undergraduate college of the University of Liberia. In 1982, the government of Liberia obtained a portion of land near Sinje in Galula district of Grand Cape Mount County for construction of a polytechnic. The construction work started before the war, but the war put a halt to the work until after the war. After the war, the Liberian government led by Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf revitalized the campus with an initial financial assistance from an American philanthropist, Ambassador David A. Strauss Jr., whose name the college was dedicated on July 23, 2012, and academic work started on October 29. For the job market, self-employment, transfer to colleges for further education. The Associate of Short-Term Workforce Development Training and Demand-Driven Stakeholders Programs were proposed and approved for the college. However, the college has been focused on developing providing academic and technical training leading to the award of the Associate of Science degree in agriculture, teacher education, and engineering. The agricultural science program has 4 areas of concentration: agronomy, animal science, agricultural business, as well as agricultural extension. The specialized areas of the engineering technology program are electrical engineering and civil engineering, specifically construction. Of the education program is primary education with emphasis in language, art and social studies combined, mathematics and science combined. There is seamless transition between the Associate of Science degree program at the Strauss College and the Bachelor of Science programs at the University of Liberia. Platform guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is often said that there is no success without struggle. We have been faced with some key challenges during the academic years, but through determination, hard work, and patience, we have been making gradual progress thus far. For instance, enrollment of students has increased from 84 students in 2016 to approximately 500 students this semester. This is a clear manifestation that low enrollment is not a major challenge now. However, gender disparity is one of our concerns. In 2016, we graduated 36 students, 34 males and 2 females. In 2017, there were 22 graduates, 18 males and 4 females. This year, 2018, we have 24 graduates, 21 males and 3 females. To address this problem, we are looking for means to motivate more females to enroll in college. Based on popular demand by people in the western region of Liberia to add professional nursing training to the existing programs at the college, the Star-Singer administration is lobbying with stakeholders to explore possibilities of including professional nursing to the existing programs. Professional nursing training is a potent program that will not only enhance enrollment in the college, but improve healthcare delivery services in the western region and other parts of the country. Apart from the professional nursing training, preparations are going on to establish technical and vocational training program at the college to empower our underprivileged youths, especially those in the western region. Regarding our agricultural projects, we are gradually expanding our projects with the use of crude or traditional implements. The main goals of the agricultural projects: 1, to provide opportunities for our agricultural science students to acquire hands-on experience in animal husbandry and crop production. 2, to produce more agricultural products for the market in order to generate funds for the college and the university as a whole. Regarding accommodation for faculty and senior support staff, we are still living in the dormitories. But the management team of the University of Liberia is making frantic efforts, asking stakeholders to support to faculty and staff quarters for the college. Concerning our practical lessons, there are no existing laboratories and laboratory materials on the campus. We have been using classrooms for laboratory work with few laboratory materials, which we usually borrow from other institutions. To address the problem, Ambassador David A. Strass, Jr. promised us in 2006 convocation to provide 500,000 United States dollars to finance the construction of it, provided the government of Liberia can augment the fund with an additional 500,000. We are patiently and understandably awaiting the response of our proposed government, since indeed government is a continuity. Additionally, Ambassador David A. Strass Jr. provided partial payment of 20,000 for a heavy truck for the college. The university has fulfilled its commitment to purchase the vehicle. The procurement process is near completion. Provide additional vehicles for our faculty staff and students cannot be inside. Not from guests. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are grateful. Adequately prepared students, 21 males and 3 females from the 3 programs. 15 students from the teacher education department, 7 students from the agriculture department, and 2 students from the engineering technology department. Seriously, night and day to become these guardians will positively their community. Our guardians, congratulations. And thank you very much for your wonderful. Please do not be satisfied with your presence or achievement. Forget it. See, set your goals and go for them. As you are marching out of Strassinger College today, I wish you good luck. I say bravo to the departmental chairs, faculty, staff, hard work and patience in preparing this grant. My heartfelt congratulations go to the President Emeritus Professor Emmett A. Dennis for his immense and tireless effort made to rehabilitate this campus and develop Strassinger thus far. My compliments also go to the keynote speaker, Honorable Professor D. Ansosoni, for his invaluable contribution to the establishment of this college. David A. Strass Jr. tireless financial assistance to establish and maintain this college. The management team of the University of Liberia for Honorable Edward B. Dagono Scholarship, he continues to offer our students in pursuit of their academic career. Honorable Mambusoni and other citizens of Cape Mount County who offer this college 1,000 acres of land. Mr. Idrissa Mansale for preparing our sports pitch. Special bravo to the rest of the platform guests, the press, families, friends, and all of you who have assisted the institution and these students to achieve this remarkable goal today. Please continue to assist us to reduce our challenges. Honorable keynote speaker, Dr. He will be here. Ladies and gentlemen, I once more to this joyous occasion.
Let's give a hand of applause to the Dean for his remarkable welcome remarks. Thank you. Before we usher in the President that will fill the wings, you will please permit us to give recognition to additional very important people who are visiting with us here today. The former Minister of Foreign Affairs, Honorable Nigel Kamara. He's our own daughter from Cape Mount here. The former Vice Governor of the National Bank of Liberia, Honorable Florence Lynch. Passed away, current Student Council, National Muslim Council. Elbesa Sone, President, Grand Cape County Teachers Association, Mr. Amadou Kazulu, Dane Ellis of Sinye Town, Mr. Andrew Ed Masale, Station Manager, Radio Kidman, Mr. William C. Harris, Principal AK Academy, Mr. Mamu Bolafali, Officer Gawara District, County Education Officer, Mr. Emmanuel B. Kamala, Principal Basa Elementary Junior Senior High School, Mr. Joseph B. Wie, Principal Bo Community High School, Mr. Mary P. C., District Education Officer to our District Market County, Reverend Vanu B. Freeman, Pastor, Fort Baptist Church Mission, and representative of Honorable Mamu Sone. Now listen, I will now invite the President of the University of Liberia to the podium for the greetings. Dr. Williams.
Good morning. You may have your seats, please. Our distinguished keynote speaker, Honorable D. Ansu Soni, Minister of Education, Republic of Liberia. Dr. Emily Dennis, 13th President of the University of Liberia and member of the Board of Trustees. Elders of Sinje and Gawolo District at large. Distinguished officials of government, members of the 2018 graduating class of the David A. Strass Jr. Sinje Technical College, John M. Silu, Dean of the college, special guests, and I will deviate a little bit because actually I see one of my old basketball team members. Please stand up again. We used to call her Nukunu. And we played on the national basketball team of Liberia in the 60s. So special guests and members of the University of Liberia Alumni Association, Student Union, faculty and staff associations and administrators, parents, relatives, friends and well-wishers, ladies and gentlemen. Again, allow me to offer special thanks and appreciation to the members of the 99th Convocation Planning and Implementation Committee for the fantastic job they've done. Thank you also to the UL Chorus, under the directorship of Attorney Prince Daka, our medics, which include our medical students. Thanks to the Armed Forces of Liberia, the AFL, the UL Marching Band, the UL Police, the Liberia National Police, parents, supporters, and friends. And a very special thank you to the Sinye community for continual cooperation with the University of Liberia. Thank you. Now, with great enthusiasm and great joy, let me officially greet you as we celebrate the University of Liberia 99th Convocation. Thanks to everyone here for joining in celebration. Today, like every day, I am sure we are all grateful for seeing another day. We're grateful for this glorious day. So we sing and dance and clap in celebration of our graduates' accomplishments. Today, December 10th, we are celebrating the 2018 convocation for our David A. Strauss Junior Senior Technical and Vocational College. This is the Associate Degree and Certificate Programs College of the University of Liberia, where we offer 2 to 3 year programs in primary education from the Teachers College, general agriculture and other agricultural programs from the Agriculture and Forestry College, electrical technology, surveying and building construction from the electrical and civil engineering departments of the Engineering College. Still, we are reviewing and evaluating the Dean's plea to include a nursing curriculum. And we have additional plans to develop and expand the vocational segment of the college. Presently, we are advertising for technical and vocational education and training. This is what's generally referred to as TVET. So 1, develop our TVET teacher education program as part of our Teachers College offerings. And 2, to develop 3 to 5 vocational curricula that are 6 to 12 months duration certificate programs in consultation with local businesses and businesses throughout Liberia. You're probably asking yourself, why TVET at the University of Liberia? It may interest you to know that many universities of note today are adding TVET to their offerings. The University of Liberia ahead in its thinking. Our University of Liberia Technical and Vocational College has been around since 2012. We are simply making it more relevant and responsive to its original intent, and that is to provide knowledge and skills for employment, including self-employment. TVETs use formal as well as non-formal and informal learning and are recognized as crucial vehicles for societal equity, for inclusion, and for sustainable development. These are all within the prescribed mandate of and for the University of Liberia. I sincerely hope that our request for $500,000 funding to build a laboratory building for Strauss and J College will be approved during the next budget period. Ambassador David A. Strauss Jr. made an offer, as Dean said, over of $500,000 if the government of Liberia would match his offer with the additional $500 that would be needed to build and equip the building. But we are now going into the 3rd year with no laboratory building. Nothing has happened. Ambassador Strauss may soon withdraw his offer. I hope he doesn't, and I hope that the government responds. I would also like to take the time again to thank Ambassador Strauss. As Dean Selu has said, for the college brand new truck, he matched by 50%. If we help ourselves, others to us, Strauss and Jake a bright future. The community continues Our staunch supporter, Ambassador Strass, is there for us. And we have a fearless, dynamic, and visionary dean who's setting a sustainable course for success. Just take a look around. Animal husbandry in action. We have horticulture in action. And they're even generating revenue from their produce to boot. We invite you to work with us, to join us in our relevant growth efforts. We ask you to continue to follow the David A. Strass Sinjay Technical and Vocational College as it grows and makes a name for itself through the dynamic students that are produced, like our dynamic graduating class today. This college is good today. It is good now, yet it's destined to be great. Come back and see us in 3 years. Graduates, soon to be graduates, to be agriculturists, primary school teachers, and electrical technicians. I ask you to keenly listen to your guest speaker, to our guest speaker, our Minister of Education today. On you to help feed Liberia, to help teach Liberia, and to help build the infrastructure for Liberia. Use your talents well. Make us all proud by working toward a better Liberia. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Dr. Wicks, for the wonderful.
He served particularly at the University of Liberia, the nation's premier institution of tertiary education. He served at the Stella Maris Polytechnic as an adjunct faculty. Enrolled as instructor on the Faculty of Accounting at the University 1880s. Our guest speaker was privileged to have been appointed to several key professionals in administrative posts during the 30 years of continuous service at the Liberia's flagship institution. Commencing as chair of the program in accounting, he was appointed dean of the College of Business and Public Administration, acting vice president for academic affairs and vice president for administration, respectively, the position he held until the speaker remains engaged at the University of Liberia on faculty with assignments in the Graduate School of Business Administration, teaching financial and advanced accounting intermittently. While fully an academic, our guest speaker is in fact an accounting by training, having earned his undergraduate education in accounting at the UL in 1970, Master of Science in Accounting at Tafek University, Long Island, USA for 1980. He is a certified public accountant, CPA, member of the Liberian Certified Public Accountants, in good standing and a retired partner of PKF Liberia, PCA, following 25 years of practice with the institution. PKF Liberia, a firm of accounting and business advisors, is a member firm of PKF International of the UK with independent practices in over 100 countries of the world. As a dual career personality, our guest speaker has successfully managed his 40-year professional history, shared competently between the practices of accounting and teaching primarily in the Republic of Liberia. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest speaker is a dynamic, detail-oriented CPA with wide range in public and corporate accounting practice. Equally, Equally, he is a seasoned academic administrator, having experienced the respective rank changes from instructor to professor over a period of 25 years, preceded by several years of teaching services at the secondary school level. In recognition of these dedicated services to the Republic of Liberia, with proven credentials and impactful outcomes for decades, our guest speaker was recently conferred with the degree of Doctor in Humane Letters, honoris causa, by one of the outstanding local universities in Liberia, the Stars College of Science and Technology. Our guest speaker is a Liberian and a member of the Governing Council and ruling coalition for democratic change of Liberia. Having earlier served on the platform of committee of the coalition, he is a Christian, married for over 37 years to Mrs. Adole M. Soli, country director, Liberia Office of Sight Savers International. The couple is blessed with 4 biological children and 3 adopted ones, all of whom are adults, settled with graduate education in professions of their respective choices. Ladies and gentlemen, on this third commencement convocation of the Derry Strauss Technical and Vocational College and the 99th commencement convocation of the University of Liberia, I have the most singular honor to support as esteemed guest speaker and the Common Minister of Education of the Republic of Liberia, Prof. D. Soling. May you rise to welcome our guest speaker. Thanks.
So the excellent speaker came up because of that one. I say 18.
All right, thank you very much. I haven't been there to this place for a while, meaning more than 4 years. You come and see it looking so different.
Bring it.
I normally speak very long, and therefore I need to get quickly to what I need to say. I've heard your request, Martin, and you share with the president and discuss with the finance minister, because human development is becoming too critical to take otherwise. I'm sure something will happen. The best friend to have is the Minister of Finance. That's the best friend to have. Legislators of the county, I have not seen, but in absentia, let's recognize them. The superintendent and the office of the superintendent, the entire leadership of Cape Mount County, commissioners, and all the other ones who joined them here, the chiefs and elders. I hope I can see this screen there. Wow. Well, don't be surprised by the time you get my age, you'll be having the same problem. Since 1880.
You know what?
No, it's not woman. No. Thank you. If you're from the 1800s, that's a different story. Yeah, it's okay now. This college that graduates groomed professionals and academics has a history with names never to be deleted. Academics and Dr. Kia Zulu has risen to be what it is from across the world. Who is there to build up on that which, because she was part of the university family. The enthusiasm caused him a permanent disability, on account of which he could no longer pursue the realization of the other plans he had struck for Fender campus as a high-tech, industry-driven training architecture in the framework of the vision of that, to create a space where men and women that are relevant for employers' liking. So I ask that we please stand for a moment. Two gentlemen, I know there are others who have contributed financially, but in spite of the financial contributions, the leadership is weakened, and the finances go down the drain. And the institution we see today, it sits on a campus that has been fully needed because of Dr. Kizulu's interventions and personal initiative. History should never forget. Both he and Dr. Dennis, who provided supervision during the time given. Thank you. Please be seated. I'd like to speak to you briefly, a few pages long. The place of Africa and Liberia 50 years on. The world that I will not be part of, but we need to know how we should get there. I've been invited this morning to expand a conversation regarding the future of the world with the threat of global warming, its impact on civilization, food production, the survival of tomorrow's people, its consequences for Africa, and by extension Liberia, which concern is made complex by the uncontrolled population, estimated to be around 2.5 billion 50 years down the road. Of that number, 65% will be youth, as they are youth now, below the age of 25. A population that needs to be fed, a youth that need a job, on the continent whose resources are substantially used up. What kind of future will that be for an Africa that is yet to catch up with the rest of the world in terms of competence building and competitiveness? Be mindful that the rest of the world will not wait for us in technology to find new world, even if it means finding such worlds on the moon or Mars. Whatever it takes, the advanced nations will stay the course, because this world will be in trouble if we keep ignoring the impending consequences of lifestyles that continue to pose threat to our future. In the case of Africa, a new threat of uncontrolled population growth. Should these threats not be averted on time, tomorrow's people who face a challenge unseen in the world. Therefore, a thinking Africa, a visionary Africa, a technology-driven Africa must join the rest of the world in finding solutions for problems they did not cause, but are likely to suffer the impact more severely than those who actually caused it. These concerns taken together must raise the bar for action with urgency, emphasizing peace, stability, and tolerance for the enablement of intellectual discourses giving birth to accelerated innovation, advancing technology and industrialization, with the creation of common markets, so that the remaining resources of Africa are used to create jobs for its population and change the appearance of its infrastructures. The diagnostics show that the most effective remedy resides in relevant education. Upon that premise, the African Union Continental Education Strategy, CISA, gave birth to Agenda 2063. Africa, the Liberia, by then will be an asset and not a threat of the world, where the option of remaining at home shall take precedence over the status quo of seeking elsewhere, even if a man losing their lives in the Mediterranean. The Africa where the golden cord of youthful citizenry will no more be broken on the account of poverty, disease, ignorance, unemployment, and conflicts. The Africa where stability, growth, and prosperity are guaranteed in an environment of controlled population with competencies relevant for their own survival. Truly then, we shall become nations of equal standing, where our normal hospitality will continue to welcome the rest of the world with no fears of inferiority in any regard. These are enshrined in the 7 aspirations of Agenda 2063. The Africa we want, an agenda developed to change the sad history we know, transitioning from slavery to colonialism to self-influence, and then finally back to stability and development, like everyone else whose struggles have become their history. So too shall Africa in 50 years to have a history that only records its past. Because time is not our side, Century 21 is being claimed by Africa for Africa as a time for change, creating the enabling environment for the young people, men and women, to rise with innovation and resilience and self-sacrificing attitudes to meet the targets that will assure the realization of 2063, their country, their continent. For by then, many of us, even if we wish to, could not be here. We are grateful for the goodwill of the world and fellow institutions to ensure that the wind of change, of growth and development cross the borders of Africa firmly. Failing that, the threat from idle and unprepared youth of nearly 1.5 billion by then will spill over the whole world without exception. Until these are realized, we shall implore the interventions of donor community. Those traditional people have helped us before. The USAID among them, the European Union, the World Bank, the Global Partnership for Education, the Chinese government, the Moroccan government, the United Nations organization, combination of several non-governmental organizations who have made much impact towards the attainment of the tree once and for all. The rising Africa by extension means the rising Liberia, the oldest independent space on this continent. We in the education sector are particularly grateful for such support and for all other support forthcoming, which when taken together, give us the ability to rise, to raise the impact of the performance of school-going children and the ability to attend and remain in school in spite of the conditions that come before them. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ministry of Education as a lead on the human development sector on the national agenda, PAPD, the agenda for the Pro agenda for prosperity and development for the next 5 years. Need to be proactive leaders that are needed to make examples for every other ministry. Of course, there are other subordinate ministries. But there are those who should be leading among those who should lead by conduct, by practice, both in form and in substance. Ladies and gentlemen, it is expected that the quality of collaboration among and between the sector ministries, education, agriculture, gender and child protection, youth and sports, must harness the level of our success. The time is fast spent for the realization of the 17 SDGs, which SDG 4 is an indispensable component leading to the realization of the other SDGs. SDG 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, these are concerned with health for all, zero hunger, education for all, no one. These and accept with the challenge. I heard the president say something that I just discussed with other colleagues from Harvard in South Africa. There are now many thoughts about revisiting the curriculum of universities to ensure that competence is enshrined in the core of university education, so that those graduating from university are employable without doubt. And there are those who desire to remain in academia. They can pursue their works in Shakespeare and other stuff. But the majority of the folks, it is determined that over 70% of those that come out of high school do not pursue college education. What happened to them? And even those that pursue college education graduate from college without the requisite for employers to hire them immediately. What should we do about this? Now, this platform is just being set for the whole world. We need to begin, Madam President, now and not tomorrow, because waiting tomorrow is to follow what the other folks have seen, and we have all seen these challenges together. There's no reason why we should therefore be like it be and then come and help us. God forbid. That we must change our mentalities, especially you students. You must also begin to think in the line of your own good. Because 2063 is not mine. 2063 is yours. It depends on what you do now. Otherwise, 2063 will be a failure in your face. God forbid. The president of this country is determined to bring a transition, a change for the youth development. And therefore, he has pursued and scouting the world for existence between education, health, and youth development. These are yielding some results. But while they are coming online, let me just tell you a few things that we are doing also in education. The education ministry has automatically and revised the calendar, the curriculum for high school. And that advises that as of the 9th grade, students may not be math. Those who want to do science, they go to the science. Those who want to go to humanities can go to the humanities. 2 years later on, desegregate the humanities between humanities, science, and skills. Because by then we hope that a lot of infrastructure would have been developed and in place to accommodate skills development in the 9th, in the 10th, 11th. By the time you complete 12th grade, if you don't have an opportunity to pursue additional academic work, you have a job because you are already a trained person. Are you with me? Yes! Ladies and gentlemen, speak. We who are lieutenants of the president, and especially people like us who are much elderly, serving in the young people government, we have only one thing to do to succeed. Otherwise, we got no business being on the platform. There's a young people government, and I know that. And because I know that, the few years I have to spend on this platform must be done with results. Otherwise, I will not remain. And I want to just make this. Because otherwise than that, everything that I have done before will be erased by what I will not do from now until that time. And I cannot afford to go to the grave with that.
Principal, man.
Let me share with you. The attention has been drawn also to the primary and the second and the early children education. It is clear that the difficulties and deficiencies being experienced at the upper level is because of the poor foundation that have been set. Therefore, we have also thought about this and we'll share with those of you in the academia, teachers, college, universities, and colleagues in the academic. We believe that the number of subjects that our kids are doing from first to third grade are just too many. It makes no sense. We must now go back and revisit this so that they learn to read and write and spell and learn to learn by the time they get to the third grade. From that point, learning will be attractive because they can read. When you cannot read, you cannot learn. And learning becomes a punishment. Therefore, you take no interest in it. Ladies and gentlemen, the things that we have to do will have to be right for me, help us and some people. When they apply for jobs, so when they apply, nobody should hire me. What I need to do, I must do. So therefore, the global partnership negotiation have brought us $18 million only for early childhood education. Only for early childhood education. And we want to stretch that early childhood education to third grade to enable us to introduce a national examination at the third grade level, so that by the time you complete the third grade, you do an exam so that we can evaluate what the teachers have done up to that point. Guys, so when you go to upper primary, we'll add a few more courses so that by the time you get to sixth grade, we test you again and see what you have done up to that level before you go to 7, 8, and 9.
Okay.
And 7, 8, and 9, we test you. And that other test is to determine whether or not you are a science intellect or you should go towards the humanities. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, we don't have a choice. We either do it now or you guys will talk the history later on. Don't blame us because we will not be here. And if you blame us, we will not even hear you. So it makes no difference. It is understandable that resource limitation will always be. It will always be. There will be no time that the resources will be sufficient. No time. And because of this, the engagement that we have with the European Union is to build 5 21st century vocational institutions at the high school level. And those 21st century, now when we talk about 21st century, we're not talking about old traditional vocational school. We're talking about equipment that will build the institution, and beyond that, provide capacity for the institution to pull itself. So when you have trained the students and they are gone, you must be able to do itself. For example, if Topman High, where we intend to introduce one of the facilities, Topman High will become a vocational school the students have completed. If Topman High is to be the institution that produces chairs for schools, then Topman High should have all the wherewithal to produce the chairs for the school. It has to produce the chair for the school, 100,000, 200,000 chairs. That resource can be transferred directly to Topman High. And the Topman High can therefore use that to expand the scope and replace the equipment when they get broken. Because we know for a fact that resource limitation will always be. Anyone who thinks that there will be a time that resources will not be limited, then you are living in a different world now. I encourage you to come along with us. The designation of education as a lead of human development sector confirms education is the independent variable in the development equation upon which the other variables are defined. Without relevant education, the needed capacities required for efficiency in the other sectors will be a threat. This comment does not suggest that we are better, we need more money. Yes, we need, but we don't want to suggest that the others do not leave as well. The Ministry of Education as of 2018, and consistent with the agenda of countries of Africa, has reconstructed the various curricula, as I said, to ensure that we meet the targets of 2016 after realizing what 2030 will be. Research has shown that the deficiency, just as I said, that elementary schools to universities, and therefore we have already decided to change beginning the coming year. Bear with me because I talk faster than I actually need to do. Let me just share this with you as a close. For 2030, 12 years from now, on that agenda is SDG 4 on education. SDG 4 has 7 major targets. Those 7 targets, some of them are being displayed here by this graduation. Students who are coming out ready for job market. The attention must be shifted to that. And we shall do all we can to ensure that that happens. Our doors are open to recommendations from across Liberia. As we have visited many countries, Egypt and Kenya, just name them. Although we want to participate in conferences, but we actually want to spar. We need to see what other guys have done and are doing. And then so I can compare myself with where I should be, where they are. And even where they are, is still considered to be inadequate. Imagine, they are here, we are here, they should be there, along with us. We need to move on and begin to act and civilize people. The time for debates, idle debates, have passed. The time for disruptive activities have passed. The time for breaking that little that you have and then looking forward to getting new ones, that time has passed. The time to sit at home and place your burden on everyone else but yourself has passed. The world is not going to wait for you. Either rise up to it, because it will not come down to you. Are you with me, folks? Yes. Graduates to be soon. On behalf of the President of Liberia, and on behalf of those who are in the Division of Education, we want to first thank Dr. Dennis and Dr. Strauss, who provided potential resources, and the government of Liberia itself by then, and the men and women, including Jeff, I saw Jeff here, who handiworks participated in transforming this place to what it is. Please, as we normally forget the good of people, as soon as they pass the stage of action, let's not forget the good of Dr. Dennis, Dr. Strauss, President Seri, and is it James Kiazulu, and Dr. James Kiazulu. As you know, many of us already know that many of the pieces of property owned by government are not deeded across this country, including the University of Liberia Capitol Hill, or Fender, or I think even the Capitol Hill itself. They are not deeded. And because of that, eventually in the future, there will be threat. There are many schools across this country, almost 2,700 of them. None of them deeded. We have to now work to ensure that those places, the portion that are left, are deeded. so that we can guarantee those for the expansion of those institutions. Dr. Kesuri knew that history. And therefore, when the president appointed him as the pioneer dean, the first thing he did, and because he also had good rapport with his people, these are all his people, he was able to secure a deed. The land was surveyed and deeded in the name of St. J. College, University of Liberia. Let's never forget. On behalf of the president, let me tell all of you thank you once again. And Madam President, you just need to keep me reminded, because when I think about the elementary school children, I forget about you. So you just keep me reminded. In my conversation with the Minister of Finance, I'm going there tomorrow morning. I will be sure to share that conversation.
Let's give our keynote speaker another big hand of applause. Thank you so much. For such an inspiring message and a vibrant contribution to this college. I would say that the message is filled with a lot of innovation for the educational system of this country. Thank you plenty. Now, we will ask the UL choir. The UL choir will now grace the occasion with a musical selection.
This is a chorus, university chorus. We will do a number in by entitled O Musa Kamara.
Musa
Thank you guys. You are choral for that beautiful selection. We certificates to 4 graduates with the highest overall GPA of 3.276 to 3.3632. Live Chair Edgar Wahammer, Department of Teacher Education, to present the outstanding students for recognition. But also invite Representative Mambusoni or his representative or his president of District Number 2, Grand Cape County, to present certificates to the honoree. Will the honoree please rise? Will the marshal please? Mr. Possible, will you please?
Patrick K. Junusa. Patrick K. Junusa was born unto Mr. Patrick A. Junusa Sr., a classroom teacher, and Mrs. Marie Junusa on January 10, 1982 in Mendi Guma Village, Faun District, Lofa County. He began his primary education in 1991 at the Valhom Public School and later moved to Guinea in 1994 as a result of the Liberian Civil War. While in Guinea, Mr. Johnson attended the Fagumantu, Gwegudu, and Kasudu refugee schools from 1994 to 2006 respectively. He later graduated from the Islamic Secondary School in Kenema, Sierra Leone in 2007. He also served as president of the Student Council government of the said school. In 2009, he returned to Liberia and serves as a volunteer teacher at the Bo Community School, as well as pastor of the Bo Odessa Baptist Fellowship. Mr. Johnson is a primary education major with emphasis in language arts and social studies combined. He is the 2018 valedictorian of the Department of Teachers Education Program, the valedictorian of the David H. Strasbourg Technical and Vocational College, as well as the president of the said class. It is because Patrick Kai Janusa embodies academic excellence that the David H. Strasbourg Technical and Vocational College, University of Liberia, honors him as the most outstanding student. Mr. Patrick K. Johnson is graduating magna cum GPA 3.631.
David A. Strauss, Senior Technical Vocational College, Sinje, Grand Cape County. Certificate of Academic Excellence. This certificate is proudly presented to Junusa recognition of the outstanding academic performance at the David A. Strauss Senior Technical and Vocational College, the University of Liberia, awards you this certificate of academic excellence on this 10th day of December 2018. Congratulations.
Yeah, Jamel. Yeah. I'm on a program in Sinje. Yeah, and I'm doing a live video. We stay at Sinje right now.
Vocational College is the son of Mr. Mustafa Farmer and Madam Mercy Babu.
Let me see. I will call you back in an hour. Yeah.
It's a proud product.
Yeah, they'll give you update.
High School in Monrovia.
Yeah.
He matriculated at the David A. Strauss Sinje Technical and Vocational College, University of Liberia, where he majored in primary education with emphasis in language arts and social study combined. Because of his committed attention to his study, Waka Kewu is being honored today with a certificate of excellence, of academic excellence. Mr. Kewu is graduating with magna cum laude, GPA 3.552.
Congratulations, Mr. Kewu, and the winning has already cited. Congratulations.
Foley Dablo is a son of Mr. Fan Musa and Mrs. Zoe Sano Musa of Grand Cape County. He completed his secondary education at the C.H. Durrett High School in Todmanbury, Bomi County in 1988. As a result of the Liberian Civil War, he fled into Sierra Leone in 2001. As a refugee, he attended the Distance Education Teachers Certificate Program coordinated by the Freetown Teachers College and the Distance Education in the Thelma Refugee Camp, Republic of Sierra Leone. He also served as volunteer teacher in the Sierra Camp. In November 2006, Mr. Diablo returned and entered the David A. Strauss Sinje Technical and Vocational College, University of Liberia, where he majored in primary education with emphasis in mathematics and science combined. Because of his committed attention to his studies, Foley Dablo is being honored today with a certificate of academic excellence. Mr. Foley Dablo is graduating cum laude, GPA 3.423.
Again, congratulations, Mr. Foley Dablo, as already cited. And Mr. Barry Kamara.
Kamara was born onto the union of Mr. Alfonso Sanjaman Kamara and Mrs. Musu Kamara, both deceased, in Grand Cape County. He completed his secondary education at the Congo Public School. In an effort to begin his career path in education, Mr. Kamara attended the Kakata Institute in Kakata, Mangibi County, and obtained a grade C teaching certificate in 1999. He was admitted at the David A. Strauss Sinje Technical and Vocational College of the University of Liberia, where he majored in primary education.